Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans, and isn't it lovely when someone starts fighting back against these goons known as the EFF? And it's happening. It's happening. Hey, it's happening. Afriforum. I reckon they're going to take the EFF down, and I'll tell you why. Unless you haven't heard. Civil rights organization Afriforum has obtained a warrant to seize movable assets belonging to the Economic Freedom Fighters, or EFF, and its leader, Julius Malema. The North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria granted the order to recover nearly 340,000 rand in legal fees. The court had issued 2 cost orders against Malema and his party, but guess what? They have failed to pay up. Now, why is that a surprise? The cost orders emanate from a North Gauteng High Court case brought by Afriforum against Malema in its bid to stop the Red Berets from inciting people to grab land. Remember that video I ran a couple of months ago where Malema basically said, hey guys, if you see a beautiful bit of land, just go and grab it, it's yours. Okay? I mean, this is how crazy this man is. The order continues to say, the issued warrant will now be sent to the sheriff concerned for the latter to identify and record movable assets of Malema and the EFF in order for it to be sold by public auction. Now, that's going to make Malema excited, isn't it? I'm looking forward to his response to this. This is all brand new, by the way. Malema and the EFF owe Afriforum this amount due to the North Gauteng High Court issuing 2 cost orders against Malema and the EFF in favour of Afriforum since March 2017. Malema and the EFF had disregarded the court orders to pay the legal fees of Afriforum, resulting in Afriforum now obtaining this warrant to seize their assets, the organisation said in a statement just last Sunday. In March last year, the High Court ruled in favour of Afriforum and granted it an interdict against Malema to stop encouraging supporters to occupy vacant land. Malema and his party then applied for the interdict to be set aside. The application was scheduled to be heard on 12 September 2017, but the court postponed the hearing due to late filings of heads of arguments by Malema and the EFF. The court then issued a punitive cost order against him and the Red Berets. In another court order, appearance in March this year, legal representatives for Malema and the EFF failed to turn up in court, and the judge ruled in favour of Afriforum and issued another cost order against Malema and the EFF. Now, isn't Malema an amazing commander-in-chief? Can you imagine him running South Africa? And let's say, for example, he's supposed to have a meeting with the premier or the president of China, President Xi, and he just doesn't bother to turn up for the meeting. This is the nature of this man. He is a total cuckoo. He's a goon. He's a goon. The Goon Show. Yay. Anyway, continuing. Afriforum CEO Callie Creel said his organization will seize any of Malema and EFF's assets and use the money to fight land grabs. Irrespective of, this is what Callie Creel says, irrespective whether it's a Breitling watch, luxury vehicle, or computers and furniture in the EFF offices, it will be seized in order to recover the money owed to Afriforum. We will ensure that we will obtain it in order to send a clear message to Malema and the EFF that no one is above the law, he said. Furthermore, Afriforum has filed a case of contempt of court against Malema. And that's another very interesting story. So, you know, if you can't beat them politically, you just take them to the courts and you clean them over. And that's what Afriforum's doing right now to these goons at the EFF. Okay, this is the article about the contempt of court case that Afriforum is bringing against the EFF. Johannesburg Afriforum says it has laid a charge of contempt of court against EFF leader Julius Malema over land occupations to teach him a lesson. The Commander-in-Chief! Oh, wouldn't you love to see him being put behind bars for a short while? Wouldn't that be a beautiful irony after all the shit that he has caused in South Africa? Anyway, next week the two parties are set to appear before the High Court in Pretoria as the lobby group continues with its bid to ensure that Malema does not advocate for South Africans to invade private land. This comes as the organisation secured a warrant to seize Malema's movable assets last week relating to the cost order that was awarded against EFF leader earlier this year. Afriforum Chief Executive Kali Kriel said the organisation wanted to teach Malema and the EFF leadership a lesson. And Kriel says, they think they're above the law and we want to teach them a lesson. We're advising them to pay this 337,758 Rand and 68 cents now, or the sheriff will take his movable assets to recover these costs. It is just that we do not know the sheriff's schedule, but once he is free, he will have to go and recover our money, Kriel said. So there you go. It's lovely to see an organization like Afriforum really just taking a stand, taking these goons on head on, and I applaud them. And as I said, it's going to be interesting in the next few days to see what Malema has to say all about this. That's if he turns up for the court case, this contempt of court case. I mean, wouldn't that be interesting if he just ignored that as well? All right, guys, have a lovely evening, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. I'm here working for you and trying to find ways to help you get out of that hellhole. Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.